Welcome back to News 3 Today. She's a veteran journalist, former associate professor at chair of the Department of Journalism and Mass Communications at Savannah State University, and retired executive editor of Montgomery Advertiser, and a lot of stuff in between. She's also the author of a new book, Coming Full Circle, From Jim Crow to Journalism. Wanda Lloyd joins us now with more on her memoir and her incredible journey through a career that has spanned 40 years. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, the book is out now.
Yes, the book is out. It came out February 4th.
And you have not stopped since.
No, not really. We launched it in Montgomery at the Rosa Parks Museum in the city where I was executive editor, my last newspaper, on Rosa Parks' birthday. So that was, how cool was that?
And you're actually booked until the end of the year?
Through November.
Wow.
I'm booked at book festivals, at museums, at universities, churches. So I'm very gratified that people are receiving the book very well.
Let's talk about the book, and let's start with this cover, because the cover, we just saw a picture of it, but you have it in your hand.
I do.
That's a picture of a 22-year-old you.
It is. It was taken at the copy desk in my first newsroom, the Providence Evening Bulletin in Rhode Island.
So tell us about your journey, because the book, I guess, the title, self-explanatory, Coming Full Circle. You started off in Savannah. You're back here, ending your career here in Savannah.
Yes, I actually started at Beach High School as a journalism student in the 11th and the 12th grade, and that's when I made the decision that I was going to go into journalism. I took a summer course for high school teachers to teach African-American teachers how to teach journalism, and they included 6 high school students as part of that pilot program, and so I was educated in that program over the summer when I was between 11th and 12th grade, so that was a long time ago, and then came back to Savannah State as chair of the Department of Journalism and Mass Comm. So it really has come full circle to me, and that's really where the title came from.
But when you went off to Spelman College, you realized that there were not a lot of African-American females in this field.
Absolutely. There were not a lot of females, period, and there certainly were not many African-Americans, and especially as a copy editor, because I started there not as a reporter. So there were a lot of trails to blaze, a lot of lessons to be learned, and a lot of lessons to be taught.
And so one thing you said that I read in an article, it's hard to be anything but a leader when you can't see someone to follow.
Well, yeah, I don't remember that exactly, but there were no role models. There were no role models for me, especially growing up here in Savannah. I didn't see anyone on TV who looked like you, and I'm really talking about women, certainly not African Americans. I didn't see any reporters at the local newspaper, the Savannah Morning News. Of course, we always had our black press in Savannah and elsewhere, but in terms of daily journalism, there was no one to look up to. But I just dared that I wanted to do this because it was something I enjoyed in high school.
So I mentioned the Montgomery Advertiser.
Yes.
You also worked at USA Today.
I did.
Washington Post, and a lot of other newspapers in between.
Providence, Miami, Atlanta, Washington Post, USA Today, Greenville News in South Carolina, and the Montgomery Advertiser, and 4 universities.
Well, okay, so you have a book signing coming up, because we have about 30 seconds, because we can go on and on and on. Right. So you have a book signing coming up this weekend.
Yes, Saturday at Second African Baptist Church, which happens to be the church I grew up in.
Okay.
At 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, and be there. You'll be there to sign books.
Yes.
Folks can purchase the book from you.
Purchasing and signing will be possible there.
And before we go, really quick, what would you like folks to take away from this book?
I want folks to understand my history, my experience in journalism, and my passion for leadership, especially in diversity in the media.
All right, Wanda Lloyd, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Wish we had more time. Stay with us. We'll be back with a final check of your forecast.